Yeah, g'day. Well, I come out today just for a bit of an explore day. Going to go to a few different places and have a look around. Brought my metal detector. Not anticipating finding too much, but well, you never know. Just going to try and maybe grab some rock samples and stuff like that. Okay, so hope you can come along for the ride. I'll get back to you. Got a beautiful view up here. Have a look over here. And another mine right there. Right down there. Ooh yeah. I had the old windlass here set up. Yeah, she's chewed out the log a bit. Yeah. Well, I've never been up this track before. But there's obviously a few mines here. Nice view. Yeah. This is a well-known open cut. Open cut mine. A long way down there. A long way down. Okay, let's go for a bit of a walk. And a little bit of a look down there. Down there's an old camping chair, and someone's got like a gazebo frame. They left it down there. Yes, this was a well-known mine. I won't say any names, but they pulled a lot out of here, a lot of gold. Ooh, some nice coloured rock in the wall there too. Like to get a few samples of that. Up high though. Too far up. I should have brought my bucket down with me. Oh, look at that. Whoa, it's got like a band of iron straight through the middle of that. Look at that rusty old iron. Awesome. And that's a heavy rock. Heavy rock. Yeah. Oh no, it's not a gazebo, it's another camping chair. Yeah. One there. One there. I'd say someone sat down here with a little fire going, had a few beers. Lucky buggers. Okay. Wow. Look at the colours in that. Amazing. But that right there. Wow, there's tons of stuff that's all cracked up, ready to collapse. And I'm standing right below it. About 20 feet above me. I hope it doesn't decide to collapse right now. Alright, keep going. And look at the face of that. Looks like pure iron. Looks like a great big chunk of iron. There's a beautiful mineralisation in this big chunk jutting out of the base here. Oh. Yeah. Interesting. Looks like iron. Look at that. Running through there. Looks just like pure iron. squeeze through this. Right, squeeze alright. Yeah, I brought my chainsaw today just for that very reason. I remember last time I sort of drove one of these tracks. I had to drive over a log, which I wasn't happy about. So I thought, this time I'm going to bring my chainsaw. So yeah, come in handy. Alright, and I put this Besser block on this log here behind me. Some ingenious person. Alright, I'll keep going. Hope I can get past that thing sticking out without taking all my paint off. Get back to you. No, couldn't get past it. It was sticking out too far. I'd had to put the left wheel over the embankment. Not worth it, so I just come up the way I come in. But that used to be the main way, and now that's blocked it. Well, I could spend a few hours there chopping that big log up, but I ain't gonna. I'll just go back in the way I come out. Alright. I didn't see this one on the way up. There's some track going down, but this was just off to the side. It's a big crater. Haven't seen this one before. Ugh. Yeah. Decent hole. Decent hole on the ground. Let's see what this rock does with it. Yeah, not too deep, but deeper than I can see. Deeper than I'd like to see. I keep away from the edge of that one. Alright. I'll keep going. Man, they Swiss cheese this hill. There's another one there. Another one down there. The rock. Yeah. Decent hole. This one down here, I can see a post in there. Oh. That one smashed to bits. Pretty near that one. And over here, there's a couple over here as well. There's one over there. There's also one right here. Goes in that way. Yeah. Okay. Now that was not very deep. Ground's very crumbly around it, so I'm going to skirt around a fair way. Wait. Okay, I'll move on. These cameras, they don't really show up the steepness of these things. It doesn't give you the real picture. But some of it's really steep. This isn't too bad, but some is really steep coming up and going down. Anyway, I'll get back to you. Another creek there. Yeah. I know where this one goes to. It links up with another big creek. This one here, on the other side of the road, it comes off the tailings pond from a mine. So hence it's got a little bit of sort of discoloration in it. A little bit of greeny look about it. Yeah. This must be to trap some of the stuff that comes out of the tailings pond. Anyway, a couple of guys up there. How you going? You don't mind being on film? I'm just mainly just exploring and showing it a bit to some people overseas. Yeah, I'm doing the same myself. I got my gold monster in the car, but I'm travelling all around today. Rather than just go down to the river and get some gold, I just want to have a look around. Right. Okay. Aluminium foil. The old aluminium foil trick. That's the second time I've fallen for it this month. Yeah, it's a mongrel. I'll keep going. I'm about, 20 miles from where I was before. Heading to a spot. I'll tell you about it when I get there. Right, here we are at the end of the road. I wonder if they could put a couple more padlocks on that, just to make sure. Plenty of these signs around. Yep, plenty of those signs. And this is where the old gold mine was. And the reason that there's plenty of fences and plenty of signs up like that is because there's still plenty of gold here in this plateau. And they want people out to keep out. Another one there. Right. The funny part about that is, these days with cordless grinders, you don't worry about the locks, you just cut the chain straight through. Or for that matter, you just cut all the mesh out. You cannot keep people out these days with cordless grinders. But I get the message. Other than him standing here with a shotgun, I guess he wants people to keep out. Yeah. Okay. Now, on this side of the road, you got a nature reserve. On this side of the road, it says Crown lease, and no persons are to enter it without authority from the lessee. I'm going to look into that when I get home, about a Crown lease and who can hold a Crown lease. But you see the massive granite outcrops, the rocky outcrops, all this through here for miles has these massive granite outcrops. Right around here, some around here. Like that. And the story goes that a big mining company, of course there was an active, I'll just turn this around. Yeah, there was an active gold mine up the road here, and it shut down about, well, I think maybe 6 or 7 years ago. But I remember when it started up, probably over 15 years ago or more. And there was a hullabaloo and protests down here, and hippies and that were trying to stop it. Anyway, it went ahead and it was allowed, and it operated for about 10 years. Now, this area here with the rocky outcrops and that, there's an area over few miles over that's called Surface Hill. And the reason they called it Surface Hill was because allegedly the gold was in the surface, in the grassroots. But the old timers mined over there in the 1800s. There was mines everywhere there, trenches through, and Swiss cheese over there. They mined it, and whenever there was another gold rush somewhere in this area, the old timers that stayed there, they never bothered to go to the new rushes, so they were making a living there. And I don't think any of them ever got rich, but it was steady gold. Now, after that all ended, then it was quiet for decades and decades, and then that new mine that I said that shut down about 7 years ago, it started up, and obviously they worked it there, and you could see it on Google Maps and all the tailing ponds and everything. They were cyanide leaching it in pits, and of course some of the protesters' fears came to fruition. They had a big spill of cyanide, I think 20,000 litres or something, ended up down in the river down below. Now I'm up on a big plateau here. This is a massive plateau, beautiful place, and I'm about 1,000 feet above my favourite river down there. So I believe that this whole plateau is what's feeding that river with gold. It's coming out of here. All the creeks that go down into that main river are all being fed off this mountain, and that's why it's wrapped up like you wouldn't believe. There's signs everywhere. Keep out signs. Trespassers will be prosecuted. It's all fenced. But as you head back out to the main highway, there's some beautiful properties and beautiful homes. So I'd say there's a lot of influence coming from very wealthy people that want to see this turned into a national park or another nature reserve. Now, it's in the hands of some consortium that are lobbying the state government to get it turned into a national park. So, but this business about Crown lease, I'll check that out and just see what's going on. Whether they're the ones that hold the Crown lease, they may do. But there's signs up everywhere. So no bikes, no horses, no hiking, no camping, no nothing. No breathing and no living. Yeah. And that's just because they know it's loaded with gold up here, and they just don't want to let anybody come up here and get it. That's all there is to it. I don't know how the mine even survived up here for about 10 years at the end there before they shut it down, but environmental things, see? They had to completely mitigate all the tailing ponds and everything, which they did, and there is actually a video online about how they done it and how they purified that dirty water. So it's an interesting story. I've watched it. So, but anyway, now what the mining company said about the granite outcrops. There was granite outcrops over there that went down 30 feet into the ground of decomposing granite, and they tested it and believed that it contained between 3 to 5 pennyweight per tonne of gold, and they were going to crush the whole mountain, but it didn't happen. I think too much protests, and someone in high places just stopped it, got it stopped. But that's what they reckon. Okay, well, I'm going to mosey on back out of here and have something to eat, so I'll get back to you. There's quartz everywhere. Yeah. Right, so the whole reason this place is wrapped up like a Christmas present is because they know gold's here. They won't let people get at it. And as I said, this side over here that says Crown lease, strictly no entry without permission from the lessee. So that could be that consortium of people They're in a one of the main towns here, and I looked into it years ago when I was wanting to come out here and metal detect and stuff. But I've got a lot further through than I did before. They had a cattle grid down the road here, miles down the road here, with a sign up, "Keep out, trespassers will be prosecuted," so I never went any further. But this time I've been able to go right to that padlock gate, and that's the end of the road. And I know the name of the place and all that, but I won't say anything. And I know whose property borders it too, and he may even be the lessee. I don't know. A certain old person I had a couple of run-ins with down the river before. I know he owns a hell of a lot of land, and his name's in the book that I've been reading as far as the history around this area. So yeah, could be him. Okay, well, here's the cattle grid. Another nice creek. This one, I've been at this one before. Had a look at it, never tried any gold for any gold. I think it possibly would have some in it. They're all in the same sort of area as where I get gold, so only bedrock there and down there. Yeah, wonder what's down there. Well, I'll go down and have a look. There's another one, interesting one, creek. Yeah, I don't think it'd have too much in it, too much sand. And this looks mostly like rocks, not bedrock, just boulders. It'll go somewhere up there. I ain't going to bother crossing it. I would if I knew it was going somewhere worthwhile. But I don't think it does. Alright, I'll just back out. Back me way back out. These are old mulkeeps here. Old overburden. They go all through here. Had to be getting something. Had to be getting something to stockpile all this rubbish. Now to dig it all out. And this one's called Martin's Gully Mine. It's pretty close to the road. But yeah, he's obviously overturned lots of this. There's more all down here. All dug out. Just dug out of the gully. Not actually a hole in the ground as such. All these, yeah, stuff that he's dug out. Whoever he was, Martin. Yeah, all this here has all been dug out of somewhere, just dug out of the gully. So, I'll get the monster out and give it a little bit of a run over, but I don't anticipate too much. There you can see them all through here, through there, and up there, and up there. Turned over this whole gully, that's what they've done. Turned it all over. So they must have originally found something to do that amount of work. Wouldn't do it for nothing, and it's up there as well. Too mineralised for the old monster. Need something that like a pulse induction machine. The old monster, it plays up a lot, getting lots of iron readings. Well, I've got heaps of rock samples here. Bags and bags and bags and more bags. Heaps. And buckets full. Some in here. Some in there. Some in there. And some big ones in the back floor. So that'll keep me crushing for a while. And it'll be interesting to see if there's anything in them. Well, that's it for me for another day. And I was hoping to get back down to the creek and check out another mine, but I just ran out of time. Okay, so hopefully next time I come out I'll be getting in the water and getting some gold. But that was a bit of fun, a bit of exploring today. I could have done double that. Anyway, if you think of it, please give it a thumbs up. And share, subscribe if you want to. Okay, and check out my other vids. And hopefully, thanks for coming along for the ride. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.